maybe the Darksaber belongs in someone else's hands. Maybe. It was forged by my ancestor, founder of House Vizsla, and now it belongs to me. Because you won it in combat. That's right. And now I will win it from you. Do you agree to this duel, Djarin? I do. Hello everybody, it is the narrator here, and today I'm going to be showing you my duel for the Darksaber mock, based on one of my favorite scenes from episode 5 of the Book of Boba Fett. Or should I say the Book of the Mandalorian. It seems Boba Fett disappeared, a lot like his father before him. Too soon? If you have any scenes from the Book of Boba Fett that you'd like to see built in LEGO, let me know in the comments below. I'm planning on building at least a couple more scenes from the series, and I would love to hear your guys' ideas. When I first saw this scene, I was really excited, but I knew that I needed the proper minifigures. Initially, I had this as my stand-in for Paz Vizsla, but of course, I had to order LEGO's Mandalorian Forge set, which had all of the minifigures featured in this scene: Paz Vizsla, the Mandalorian, and the Armorer. Now that this set has come, we can go ahead and open it up and take the correct minifigures out. Alright, so we've got our Mandalorian trio together and we are ready to build the bridge. Now I think starting out the bridge build, I want to make sure I can nail the look of the bridge. So I'm going to be seeing how many of these grate pieces I have in my collection. I think the grating across here looks really similar to the grate that is featured in the show. And so the plan will be to kind of line these up and see what kind of bridge we can make. See if I'm able to gather enough of those to make a nice looking bridge. Okay, so we've got a pretty good chunk of bridge now. I want to have a little bit of the machinery kind of hanging off the bridge and also have the bridge look like it's floating. I think that'll give it a more dynamic effect. And then I want to also make sure that we have the little platform that the duel ends on, where the Mandalorian gets the upper hand on Vizsla. Okay, so there we have our completed bridge section for the duel to take place, and we will be now adding our minifigures. So for our minifigures, we have the Mandalorian, and he needs his Darksaber. For me, I think the katana piece in black looks most like a Darksaber out of all the LEGO pieces. I think it has the kind of sharp edge of the blade that you see as a Darksaber, and it is most accurate. He also has his jetpack that he leans up against one of the pillars. So we'll put that against a pillar for him. Then we have Paz Vizsla. So he's a bit of a chunky boy, so he's got the chunky boy armor. And then he uses kind of some sort of vibro blade. He's got a little LEGO knife or dagger piece here. We'll give him. And then he has like this cool looking blue energy shield, which I think we're able to replicate decently well with this piece here. And finally we have the armor. I think they did a pretty good job with her torso and everything. I think she looks pretty good. She'll be kind of in the background, so I don't think she'll be on the bridge, but in certain scenes she is. Last up, Paz Vizsla has his jetpack. This is what LEGO included in their set for his jetpack, which I think looks really poor. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put a normal jetpack in. He had his leaning against the pillar as well, as they took it off for the duel. So there we have it. We have them kind of approaching. They're going to meet in the middle there on the bridge. And I think this has turned out pretty nicely. Let's take a look at some of my favorite parts. So with the bridge, I really like the way that the white pieces show through as kind of light along the bridge. I think that actually works out pretty well. and look similar to what is happening in the show. And then I've built kind of these pillars that indicate that the kind of scaffolding and machinery in the area that they're in kind of continue onward. They're just kind of chopped off at the top. Same with the pillars down at the bottom with the round stands. Speaking of the round stands, I like the way they came together. We take a look at their construction. You'll see that they are really relatively circular. They're kind of a snot technique. Very similar to the technique I used in my UFO mock and my silo mock. So you can go ahead and see a little bit closer. I think I showed that in my UFO build tutorial, exactly how this is achieved. But I think it turned out pretty nicely. And then taking a look at some of the detailing of the mock. So we have kind of these ladder pieces here that I think came out pretty well and are pretty representative of what is happening in the show. And then underneath the bridge, and take a little look there, we have these kind of support pieces that hold the bridge up, and they're kind of little triangles. I like the way that they've come together and work as actual supports for the bridge. And then finally, of course, we have some of the detailing pieces. These are projectile launcher pieces put on their side, and I think they make for a pretty nice pattern that is reminiscent of what is going on in the bridge from the TV show. Thank you guys all for watching. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you don't want to miss another episode of my Book of Boba Fett content. I'll see you again next time.